How about this? Have a good ripple effect. Speaker coach and joy connoisseur Lisa Even is here talking about creating joy in your life. You are a corporate culture junkie turned entrepreneur, and you help people just really hone having a good ripple effect. I love the work that you do. We could all use it in our lives. But the biggest question is like, what do you say to people when they tell you, I want to create more joy in my life?
I think a little part of them at first thinks, that's cute.
Right.
Like, oh, and then they're kind of like, wait, how do I get more of that?
Yeah. When did you decide I need more joy in my life and this became your purpose, your mission?
Well, wouldn't it be great if I could be like, oh, I was having coffee somewhere, but it was actually a little bit more out of desperation. My husband and I were sitting on the couch, and it was one of those days where we were both just like, okay, we did it.
Right.
And then I look at him and I'm like, what if we could schedule our joy? Mm-hmm. We schedule everything else. What if we could turn our calendar on its head?
And especially in the corporate world, and as working parents, how much do you feel like I am just exhausted? I'm depleted all the time. I don't have creative energy anymore. Like I'm working because, well, we can't afford not to,
I know, it's all the things that like pile on.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And we just decided, well, first we created a list, and then we were like, where do we put them?
Yeah.
If we could put things on top of, inside of, or around.
Yeah.
How do we create that? So that's what we went after. It's taken us about 8 years, but we now have a monthly joy calendar, and our kids do it, friends do it, and it's the best return on investment if you're a numbers girl.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so if you're a numbers girl, that, now we're talking a lot of people's languages.
Yeah.
So, when people say, they need more joy in their lives, how do you respond? Where do you take someone if they're coming from a very low vibrational space and they're literally just like, the energy is zapped from their eyes?
Yeah, the first thing I ask is what gets in the way? Because I've been interviewing people for my book, and I ask things like, what gets in your way? And they're like, time, money, stress, kids. And I'm like, start there. Because you're probably saying something to yourself, and we just need to tack on the end, and you should still have some joy.
Yes.
Because I want to give you permission, and we don't need to do all of these fancy things on top of.
Yeah.
We're going to slip it inside of. Almost like making my kids a veggie smoothie, right? They'll never know. It'll just be right inside.
What is a joy challenge you can give us, our newsroom?
My favorite, I'm going to give you two, is when I was So think about when you were a little girl, a little kid, the first day of your career. Do something that you used to do. I think people find that really endearing. And it's kind of like, do you want to try the Rice Krispie treats that my mom used to make me? Like they get kind of like, aw.
That's really special. And then we learn about each other. And we just posted our back to school pictures, going back to when we were kids. And I had this thought, I was like, what would little me think if she saw adult me? And it made me pause, and I was like, am I good with where I'm at in life right now?
Right.
And what adjustments do I need? And you are on a mission to meet 1 million people.
Yes.
That's fascinating. How is that going?
It's going really well. I'm in the thousands individually, and I laugh. I'll never get there. I set a huge goal, and if you do the math, again, like I like numbers, that I'll never get there. But I keep thinking, head in that direction and see what happens. And I say like I've gone all around the world, from the corner of my room, sometimes on Zoom, or even in like my state.
Yeah.
It takes me everywhere.
And I'm sure you always learn something from anybody that you meet, good or bad.
Yeah.
It's a lesson.
It is.
Right? It's kind of an eye-opening where can people find you? You do workshops, you do seminars, you got a book coming out.
Yeah, lisaeven.com. And then I'm also on social, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Truly, when you see a lot of the news we cover in a day, not just the newsroom definitely needs joy. We need to be intentional about it because our information affects so many people.
It does.
But I think just being human, we need more joy in our lives, right?
It is.
So great to have you.
Thank
I've been
you.
looking forward to this so much. All right, have a good ripple effect.